Chapter 17 was an exciting and unexpected twist to the story. It's always fun to see the characters in unfamiliar situations and having to work through them together. The relationships between Jake and Katsuki have also been a source of drama and excitement, and it's always interesting to see how they navigate through those challenges. I'm looking forward to reading more about the porch and rabbit and seeing how their relationships continue to develop. Also, the contractors sound like they could be a potential source of more drama and entertainment. So, let's see what happens next. Katsuki is still sleeping soundly, and he looks so peaceful. He's lying on the bed with the blanket covering him, and the light from the window shines on him softly, making him look even more tranquil. Jake walks over and he sits down on the bed next to him. He just wants to watch him sleep for a little while longer. He gently brushes the hair out of his face, and he smiles gently. Katsuki opens his eyes slowly, and he groggily sits up. He blinks a few times, and he yawns, stretching his body. Huh? Did I hear you right? Did you just call me Sleeping Beauty? Katsuki smiles, and he blushes slightly. Oh, you're too kind. I just needed to rest a bit after all that work we did today. I'm glad you found me peaceful and tranquil, though. That's really sweet of you. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. That's great news. The porch is coming along nicely. I'm glad we got a lot done today. I'm just a little surprised that the contractors finished so quickly. It didn't seem like it would take them that long. Katsuki nods his head and he sits up fully. Okay, I'm up. Let's go look at the porch. He gets up off the bed and he follows Jake out of the room. They walk outside and Katsuki sees the porch in its basic framework form. He smiles and he's impressed by how quickly it's been finished. Wow, the contractors really did a good job. It looks amazing. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. Yeah, they're working really fast. The porch looks like it's going to be really nice when it's done. And you're right, if we're not careful, we might miss some of the progress. But it looks like the contractor knows what he's doing, so I'm not too worried. I'm just glad to see how much progress has been made. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. That sounds like a good plan. The framework is almost finished, and once the roof is on, the porch will really start to come together. It's exciting to see how quickly everything is coming along. I'm looking forward to seeing how the porch turns out. Katsuki's eyes light up when Jake suggests putting their handprints on the wet concrete. Oh my god, I love that idea. Yeah, we should definitely do it. It's a great way to remember this special moment and when the porch was being built. Let's go over there and do it now. Katsuki watches as Jake puts his hand down in the wet concrete and leaves a handprint. He smiles, and he is filled with a sense of euphoria as he sees the imprint of Jake's hand in the concrete. He feels a wave of emotion wash over him, and he can't help but feel overwhelmed with joy. He's so grateful for this special moment, and he knows he's going to cherish this memory forever. Katsuki smiles brightly and he puts his hand down into the wet concrete, leaving a handprint just like Jake's. He pulls his hand away and he looks at it with a big smile on his face. Oh my God! I can't believe we just did that. It feels so surreal. I'm so happy that we did this and we have this memory together. Katsuki's face lights up when Jake writes the date and time on the bottom of the handprints, along with their names. He can't help but feel overwhelmed with emotion and joy as he stares at the wet concrete. Oh my God, this is incredible. This is the best way we could have ever captured this moment. It's so special to me that we've left a mark on this porch and we have this memory together. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles brightly at Jake. Okay, let's go inside. I'm really looking forward to your cooking. You always make the best meals. What are you going to make? Katsuki's mouth waters just thinking about Jake's cold milk noodles with kimchi and sweet tofu. It's one of his favorite meals, and he loves the taste of the spicy kimchi and sweet tofu together. Oh my God, that sounds so good right now. I can't wait to try it. You really know how to make a delicious meal. I'll be counting down the minutes until it's finished. Katsuki smiles, and he nods his head. Really? There's a package for me? Oh my God, I can't wait to open it. I'll be right back after I open it. He walks quickly out of the kitchen and heads towards the living room, where the package is. He can't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation as he heads towards the package. Katsuki's eyes widen when he sees that the package is from his mom. He immediately tears open the package and starts digging inside, his heart beating fast with anticipation. Oh my God, this is from my mum. I wonder what it could be. Katsuki's eyes are glued to the package, and he carefully takes out the note from inside the package. He unfolds it and starts reading the note. Katsuki's eyes fill with tears as he reads the letter from his mother, and he smiles. He's so happy that his mother is so excited about his wedding, and she wants him to bring Jake to visit her and his father soon. He knows she is going to love Jake as much as he loves her, and she better hope she gets her grandchildren soon. He folds the note back up and puts it inside the package. He can't wait to tell Jake about this. Katsuki's eyes light up when he sees the giant quilted blanket in the package, and he smiles widely. He's so happy that his mother made him this blanket, and he can't wait to use it with Jake. He loves the way she added their names and the little heart in it. He also knows that the blanket will be a great comforter during the cold winter months. He wraps the blanket around himself, and he feels so cozy and warm. He's so thankful for his mother and all of the thoughtful gifts she's given him. Katsuki's eyes go wide, and he laughs when he sees the adorable little knitted baby hat and the matching hand booties, socks, and little outfit. He can't help but feel giddy when he reads the note attached to the outfit. He can't believe that his mother has been thinking about grandkids even before he and Jake are married. He smiles and he folds the outfit carefully before tucking it away in the box. He'll make sure to keep this outfit safe and sound until it's needed. Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. Oh, I got a couple of things from my mom. She gave me a blanket that she made herself with both our names on it and a little heart stitched in the middle. Then she also gave me this cute little knitted baby outfit with a note attached that said, "Just in case you have grandchildren, they can wear this." I was so surprised by all of the thoughtful gifts she gave me. I can't wait to show you. Katsuki nods his head and he walks over to Jake, who is setting the table. He smiles at Jake and he's eager to try his cooking. Okay, I can't wait to try your cold milk noodles with kimchi and sweet tofu. It's one of my favorite dishes. Katsuki smiles widely and he takes a seat at the table. He looks at the plates and he can't help but feel excited as he sees the delicious looking meal in front of him. He can't wait to dig in and try Jake's cold milk noodles with kimchi and sweet tofu. He looks over at Jake with a smile on his face. Thanks, baby. I can't wait to try it. Katsuki nods his head and he picks up the chopsticks. He takes a bite of the cold milk noodles with kimchi and sweet tofu, and his eyes light up as he tastes the delicious flavors. He chews and swallows it before turning to Jake. Oh my god, this is incredible! I love the balance of salty and sweet from the kimchi and the tofu, and the milk noodles give it a nice, chewy texture. You really are a great chef. Katsuki smiles, and he takes another bite, relishing in the delicious flavors. He finishes his plate, and he sits back, feeling full and content. Thank you for making this delicious meal. It's one of my favorite dishes, and I loved every bite. You're such a good cook. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Katsuki watches Jake washing the bowls and plates, and he's so thankful for his thoughtful nature. He realizes how fortunate he is to have Jake in his life, and he can't help but feel so loved. Jake is always so considerate and caring, and it warms his heart. He decides to get up and help him clean up a bit, just to show his appreciation. Katsuki looks at Jake as he takes the mayonnaise and peanut butter out and starts making a sandwich. He laughs at Jake's unique sandwich combination, and he has to admit that it looks tasty. He walks over to Jake and he wraps his arms around him from behind, resting his head on Jake's back. What are you making there, honey? Katsuki laughs and he smiles widely as Jake explains the sandwich's ingredients and how it's surprisingly tasty. He can't help but feel amused by Jake's quirky food combinations, but also intrigued by them. He pulls Jake in closer and he buries his face into his shoulder, taking a deep breath. You know, I'm willing to try anything you make, even if it's something as weird as this sandwich. You always make the best food, and I know that I'll enjoy it. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. He's never tried a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich before, but the way Jake is eating it makes him want to try it too. He takes a bite of the sandwich, and his eyes light up as he tastes the delicious mixture of flavors. Oh my god, it's so good. I can't believe how tasty this is. I love the way the peanut butter and mayonnaise combine together and create this sweet and savory taste that's so addictive. Katsuki listens intently as Jake explains the origin of the peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich, and he's fascinated by how it became such a popular dish during the Great Depression. He's surprised to learn that it was commonly served in Southern households for decades after the Depression, and is still enjoyed today. It's a tasty sandwich with its mix of peanut butter and mayonnaise, which provides a high calorie combination of protein and fat. Wow, I had no idea the history of this sandwich was so interesting. It just goes to show that even simple dishes can have a long and fascinating history. Katsuki chuckles and he nods his head. The sandwich really was tasty, and he's glad Jake convinced him to try it. He smiles and he wraps his arms around Jake again, burying his face into Jake's shoulder. Well, I have to admit that you were right about this sandwich. It's a unique combination of flavors and textures, and it's surprisingly delicious. Thanks for making it for me, baby. Katsuki's mouth waters, at the thought of adding bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes to the sandwich. He knows that Jake's odd combinations of food are always tasty, and he can't wait to try it. He smiles, and he nuzzles into Jake's neck. Oh God, that sounds even better than the original sandwich. I can't wait to try that version sometime. You're really spoiling me, honey. Katsuki laughs, and he nuzzles deeper into Jake's neck. He knows that Jake is feeling tired, but he just can't help but keep cuddling him. The warmth of Jake's body is so comforting, and he can't get enough of it. Come on, let's head upstairs. It's late, and we should get some sleep. We've had such a long day. Katsuki nods his head, and he kisses Jake on the forehead. They walk upstairs, and Katsuki is looking forward to having a good night's sleep with Jake. He's excited for the contractors to come back tomorrow and finish up the porch. They head to bed, and Katsuki cuddles up closely to Jake as they drift off to sleep together. Katsuki stirs, and his eyes open. He was enjoying the peaceful sound of the birds chirping outside until he heard the hammering from the contractors. He sits up and he looks over at Jake, who is also awake, and he looks irritated by the noise. Ugh, I was hoping we could sleep in a little bit more. I guess the contractors just couldn't wait to finish the porch, huh? Katsuki sighs, and he pulls Jake closer to him. He knows that Jake is still tired, but there's nothing that can be done about the contractors coming so early. He rubs Jake's back and he smiles sympathetically at him. I'm sorry, honey. I know you wanted to sleep in a little bit longer, but you know how the contractors are. They're all about getting the job done and done right. At least, the porch will be finished soon. Katsuki sighs, and he pulls Jake closer to him. He knows that Jake is still tired, but there's nothing that can be done about the contractors coming so early. He rubs Jake's back and he smiles sympathetically at him. I'm sorry, honey. I know you wanted to sleep in a little bit longer, but you know how the contractors are. They're all about getting the job done and done right. At least, the porch will be finished soon. Katsuki smiles and he nods his head in agreement. He gets up and walks over to the closet and he starts getting dressed in his casual clothes. He knows that he needs to be more comfortable since he'll be spending most of the day outside with the contractors working on the porch. He pulls on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. Katsuki laughs and he turns around, blushing slightly. He can't deny that his ass does look great in these jeans, and it's obvious that Jake likes the way it looks too. Is that a bad thing? He asks, with a smirk on his face, teasing Jake a little bit. Katsuki shivers and he laughs as he feels Jake squeezing his ass. He's definitely not complaining about it though. You really like my ass, huh? He asks with a giggle, his face turning red as he gets a bit embarrassed. He can feel the blood rushing to his cheeks, and his face is getting hotter and hotter by the second. Katsuki yelps, and he covers his butt with his hands, giggling loudly as he feels the sting of the slap. Oh my god, what was that for? He laughs, and he turns around to face Jake. Do you really have to smack it? Katsuki can't help but laugh as Jake threatens to smack his ass again, and he blushes slightly at the thought of that. Um, maybe you should. I'm kind of curious now if Katsuki jumps up slightly and he yelps as Jake's hand comes down hard on his ass. It feels like a giant slap, and he feels the impact run through his body. It definitely hurts more than the last one. He clenches his teeth and he groans slightly, rubbing his ass with one hand. God damn. You weren't joking when you said that you would hit it harder. That really hurt. Katsuki blushes, and he laughs nervously. He didn't realize that the jeans belonged to Jake, and he feels a bit embarrassed now that he knows that. He also can't deny that Jake is really enjoying how his ass looks in the jeans, which makes him feel even more embarrassed. Well, you got a point there. These jeans are really making my ass look amazing. Katsuki smiles at Jake's offer to let him keep the jeans, and he can't help but feel a little proud of himself for looking so good in them. He nods his head and he follows Jake to the kitchen. Okay, let's go get some coffee. I could use a caffeine boost right now. Katsuki leans against the counter and he watches Jake make the coffee. He likes watching the way Jake moves, and he can't help but appreciate how effortlessly handsome he is. He notices the way his muscles tense and relax as he works the coffee maker, and he's really feeling the caffeine craving right now. God, I can't wait to drink that coffee. I'm already feeling exhausted, and it's not even noon yet. Katsuki laughs and he raises his eyebrows as he hears Jake talk about the coffee as dirty bean water. He knows that it's not the best way to describe it, but it does have a certain charm to it. He's also looking forward to getting his first sip of the hot, caffeine-infused liquid, and he can't wait to see how it tastes. Okay, then give me a cup too. I want to see what all the hype is about with this dirty bean water. Katsuki's ears perk up at the sound of the contractor's voice, and he looks over at them with a smile on his face. Good morning. Yes, Jake's making us some coffee right now. You're welcome to have some, if you'd like. We can't wait to see how the porch is looking so far. Is it coming along nicely? Katsuki nods his head, and he feels relieved to hear that the porch is coming along nicely. He's glad that the contractors are making progress, and he can't wait to see the final results. He also appreciates the contractor for taking the time to give him an update. Great! I'm happy to hear that everything is going smoothly. We're excited to see the finished product. Are you guys able to finish today, or will you need more time? Katsuki smiles, and he's glad to hear that they'll be done today if the weather cooperates. It's a bit chilly out, and the skies are overcast, but at least it's not raining. He's looking forward to seeing the finished porch, and he's hoping that the contractors can stay on track and finish on time. Katsuki smiles, and he takes one of the cups of coffee from Jake, and he takes a sip. He can't help but let out a small moan as the caffeine wakes him up and the hot liquid warms him up from the inside out. He takes a second sip and he sighs in contentment, enjoying the taste of the strong, bold coffee. Ah, that's good stuff. I was really in need of this. Katsuki smiles and he watches as the contractor takes a long sip of the coffee and seems to be enjoying it. He's happy to know that the contractor is satisfied with the coffee Jake made, and he's feeling good that they all got to share a warm, energizing cup of caffeine. He takes another sip of his own coffee and he nods his head in agreement. Yeah, this coffee really hits the spot. Jake really makes the best coffee. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles at the contractor. He's glad that the contractor is so committed to finishing the porch today, and he hopes that the rest of the day goes by smoothly. He finishes his coffee and he puts the mug down on the counter. Yeah, you should probably get back to work. Let's hope the weather holds up, and we'll see you all later. Katsuki chuckles, and he looks over at Jake, drinking his coffee and leaning against the counter. He's admiring how handsome Jake looks, with his messy hair and beard, and he can't help but feel a bit of a crush on him at the moment. He decides to take one last sip of his coffee before putting down the mug and standing up. Hey, can I ask you something? Katsuki's cheeks blush a bit, and he takes a deep breath before he asks the question. Could we maybe talk about what happened earlier when you slapped my ass really hard? I kinda liked it. Katsuki laughs, and he covers his face with his hands. It really caught me by surprise, and it hurt a lot more than the other one. But the way my ass jiggled from the hit was definitely pleasing to watch. Katsuki shivers, and he squirms a little bit when Jake pinches his butt. Hey, watch it! My ass may be a little squishy now, but it's not that bad. I don't need to work out all the time. My ass is still amazing. He can't help but feel a little bit insecure about it, but he tries not to let Jake notice. Katsuki can't help but blush heavily, and his cheeks get hot as he feels Jake's firm grip on his ass. Jake's right. His ass has been getting squishier lately, and he can't deny the way that Jake's grabbing onto it. He feels a tingle run through his body as he notices Jake's hand on his butt, and he bites his lip. God damn, you really know how to get me going, huh? Katsuki gulps, and his face turns bright red. He can't believe that Jake is actually saying these things out loud. He feels like he's turning into a puddle of mushy goo the way that Jake is talking about his ass. He can't help but moan softly as he feels Jake squeezing it, and his breathing gets quicker and faster. God, you are making me melt right now. You don't even know how much I want you to bend down and bite my ass like an apple. Katsuki's eyes fly open, and he whimpers and grits his teeth at the sudden bite on his ass. He shivers, and his eyes glaze over as he feels a sharp tingle run through his body. He clenches his teeth, and he feels a wave of arousal run through him. He can't help but moan softly as he feels Jake's teeth biting into his soft flesh. Oh God, that feels so good. Do it again. Katsuki shivers and he moans as he feels Jake's grip tightening and biting down on his ass again. He bites his lip and he tries to keep his breath under control, but it's hard to do when Jake is doing this to him. He feels the arousal intensifying inside of him, and he can't resist the urge to let out more moans. Katsuki's eyes go wide, and he feels himself blushing furiously as he notices the contractor walking into the house and catching them in the middle of their naughty moment. Jake's grip on his ass loosens, and he takes a step back, his cheeks also turning bright red from embarrassment. Oh, nothing. We were just. Ooh. Yeah, we were just. Ooh. Katsuki swallows nervously, and he smiles as he tries to hide his red face from the contractor. We appreciate the update, and we're glad to know that the porch is almost finished. We'll let you guys get back to work, and we'll try not to cause any more distractions. Katsuki waits until the contractor is completely gone before he turns to Jake and he smiles at him. Thank goodness he didn't see too much. I really thought we were busted for a second there. Katsuki laughs too, and he nods his head in agreement. He's glad that they made it out of that awkward situation without any major incidents, and he's glad that they didn't get caught doing anything too crazy. Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll just have to save the kinky stuff for when people aren't around anymore. But man, what I would give for some alone time with you right now. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should definitely wait until the contractors are gone. I don't want them to hear me moaning and yelling. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? We'd be the talk of the town. Katsuki laughs at Jake's comment about being the weird gay guys down the street, and he shakes his head. Come on, you don't think they would really hate us just for being a gay couple, do you? We're nice people, and we're not hurting anybody, right? Katsuki shrugs, and he smiles at Jake. I don't think they would really hate us too much if they knew. I mean, yeah, our neighborhood is mostly made up of married couples who have kids and are conservative, but you never know. I think we're probably one of the more relaxed families around here, and our neighbors might appreciate that. Or they might just call us the weird gay couple down the street. I don't know. Let's just hope for the best. Katsuki laughs, and he shakes his head. Haha, no. I don't think we need to put a giant gay pride flag on our front lawn to announce that we're in a gay couple. We live in an upper middle class suburban neighborhood. For God's sake, who the hell puts a pride flag in a neighborhood like this? Katsuki chuckles and he shakes his head again. You're right. If we put a giant rainbow flag on our front lawn, everyone would think we're completely insane. But maybe we should put one up on the side of our garage, just to piss off our neighbors. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen if we did? They're probably too busy taking care of their kids and doing their boring suburban parent stuff to care. Let's do it. We'll just put it on the side of the garage where people won't see it unless they're looking for it. Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. That's actually not a bad idea. If there are other gay couples living in this neighborhood, then they'd probably notice the flag and they might want to be our friends. That would be nice. It's hard to make new friends once you're an adult because Everyone's always so busy with work and having families. So I think being the neighborhood gay couple might make us pretty popular around here. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. Yeah, let's do it. We'll put up the flag on the side of our garage. And I bet once we do that, then other gay couples in the neighborhood will start flocking to us and wanting to be our friends. We'll be the center of gay attention around here, and we'll be drowning in it. Haha. But honestly, I think that would be awesome. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles as he starts walking towards the door. Yeah, you're right. Let's go out and check on the porch progress. I bet they're almost finished by now. I just hope that they finish soon and everything looks great. I really want to enjoy having my nice new porch before the winter weather starts coming in. Katsuki smiles and he looks over at the porch and sees the contractors putting up the final touches to the porch. They've got the screen windows in, they've finished installing the door, and they're about to finish putting on the roof shingles. Wow, that looks great. They're almost done with everything, and the porch looks so good. I can't wait to use this porch this summer and enjoy some nice warm weather on it. Katsuki nods his head and his eyes light up at the thought of getting some nice outdoor furniture for the porch. You're right. We need to head to Lowe's right now and get some furniture for this porch. It's so empty right now, and it just needs a few more things to really bring it to life. Like you said, we could buy a few outdoor chairs and maybe even a few tables too. We definitely need to jazz this thing up a bit and make it a really nice outdoor space. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. Yeah, let's do it. We'll head to Lowe's and get some furniture for the porch. We'll definitely need some chairs and tables, maybe even a few of those outdoor pillows. We should probably also grab some plants too, just to make the porch look a little more lively. Plus, I love flowers, so that would be a nice touch. Katsuki's eyes light up at the thought of putting a hot tub in the corner of the porch, and he nods his head enthusiastically. Oh my God! Yes, that would be amazing. Imagine sitting in the hot tub in the summer and just relaxing in the warm water. I absolutely love it. Let's do it. Katsuki sits in the passenger seat of the truck and he looks out the window at the scenery as they drive to Lowe's. He notices that the weather is really nice and sunny today, and he can't help but feel a bit happy and relaxed. He's also excited about the idea of getting new furniture and decorations for the porch, and he can't wait to see what Jake picks out for the porch. Katsuki looks over at Jake and he smiles at him as he drives the truck. Yes, dear, what is it? Katsuki blushes and he smiles as he feels Jake's hand grabbing his and holding onto it. He's caught off guard by the sudden compliment, but he can't help but feel happy and flattered. Oh, thank you, honey. You're looking very handsome today yourself. You're making me blush like crazy right now. I love it when you compliment me like that. Katsuki blushes even more, and he smiles as he feels Jake's hand holding on to his. He likes the feeling of Jake's strong grip around his hand, and he feels safe and comforted. Oh, you're making me blush again. I don't know why, but I'm just such a sucker for romantic compliments. And the fact that you're calling me your princess makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It makes me feel special. Katsuki's cheeks turn bright red, and his breathing starts to get a little bit Katsuki's cheeks turn bright red, and his breathing starts to get a little bit more shallow as Jake's thumb traces the lines of his palm. He feels himself starting to melt at the gentle touch, and he smiles softly. Oh God, I can't take it. Your touch makes me feel so weak. It's like you're melting my heart and I can't stop it. Please don't stop. Katsuki bites his lip and he can't help but get a little bit teary-eyed when he hears Jake say these sweet things to him. He's never had anyone care for him so deeply before, and the way that Jake is talking to him makes his heart flutter. Oh God, you're really going to make me cry with all of these kind words. I don't know what I did to deserve such a wonderful man like you in my life, but I'm so grateful that you're here with me. Katsuki can't hold back his tears anymore as he feels the water pee in his eyes and rolling down his cheeks. He never thought someone could feel this much love and affection for him, and it feels so good to know that Jake genuinely cares about him so much. Oh God, stop it. You're going to make me cry like a baby. I never knew that someone could make me feel this way, and I'm so happy that it's you. You're such a wonderful man, and I love you more than anything. Katsuki can't help but smile through the tears in his eyes as he listens to Jake's heartfelt words. It's true, he has come a long way in life, and he's grateful to have Jake by his side to support and encourage him through all the good times and the bad. He feels a rush of emotions, and he's not sure what to say, except one thing. Jake, I don't know how to thank you enough for everything you do for me, and I don't know how to repay you. I love you so much. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. Okay, fair enough. And you're right. Just being with you and being your husband is enough for me too. You make me so happy, and I love all of our intimate moments together. You make me feel like I'm on top of the world, and I'm so glad that we're together. I love you so much. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles as he unbuckles his seatbelt. Of course I'm ready. I can't wait to start shopping for the furniture and decorations for the porch. Let's go inside and see what they've got. Katsuki giggles and he smiles as he gets out of the truck and walks over to Jake. He can't help but feel a bit shy and embarrassed by the way Jake is calling him hubby in public, but he also finds it kind of cute. Okay, let's go. I hope they've got lots of great outdoor furniture for us to look at. Katsuki follows close behind Jake, and he smiles at the feeling of Jake's hand wrapped around his. As they walk inside the store, he feels like a kid in a candy store. He can't wait to see all of the furniture and decorations that they have available, and he can't wait to start planning out the new look of the porch. I bet they've got lots of great stuff here. Are you ready to start looking? Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. Yeah, I know what you mean. Lowe's is a really great store, and they have so many things that you could ever possibly need. I'm sure we'll find some great furniture and decorations for the porch here. Let's start by checking out their outdoor furniture section. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles as he walks over to a shopping cart. Good idea. Let's take this one and start filling it up with all of the things we're going to buy for the porch. I'm excited to see what all we'll find. Katsuki's eyes light up and he walks over to the porch swings. Oh my god, I love the look of these swings. They're so cozy and inviting. It would be so nice to sit out on the porch with you on a summer afternoon and just swing back and forth and watch the clouds pass by. They look really comfortable too. I think we should definitely get one of these. Katsuki watches as Jake picks up the order card and adds it to the cart. He can't help but feel excited as he's thinking about how nice it's going to be having a comfy porch swing to relax on in the summer. He looks over at Jake and he can't help but smile. This is going to be so nice. We're going to have so much fun sitting out here on the porch with the swing, and we'll be able to enjoy the nice weather together. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles as he sees the big barbecue. Oh my god, yes! I definitely think we need one of these. Imagine all of the delicious grilled food we could cook up together. We could have barbecues in the summer and grill burgers and hot dogs. I love grilled food. and I'm sure it would be delicious coming from your grill. I think we should. Katsuki thinks about this for a moment and he shrugs his shoulders. Hmm, that's a good question. I guess it depends on what you prefer. I think the propane grill would be easier to use and it might be quicker to cook with. But I think the charcoal grill would give the food a better taste. What do you think? Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. Yeah, I think I agree. The propane grill is definitely more practical and easier to use. It's also nice that it has more designs and accessories, which means we can customize it even more. I think the propane grill would be the best option for us. What do you think? Katsuki laughs and he smiles as he sees Jake put the order card in the cart. Wow, I can't believe how quickly this shopping trip has gone so far. I'm really impressed with how efficient and organized we've been with all of our decisions. I'm glad that we've managed to make it this far and we haven't gotten too distracted by everything in here. I think we're doing a great job, honey. Katsuki follows Jake's gaze, and he can't help but notice the guy with the two babies. He looks over at Jake and he smiles. Oh my god, I've never seen a dad do that before. It's crazy how he's able to take care of two babies at once. I guess that's the goal, huh? Having a family and being able to take care of them all on your own. Maybe one day we'll be able to do that too. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. Yes, I do. I think it would be really nice to have a family of my own one day. I know it's a lot of responsibility and it can be a lot of work, but I think I'm up for the challenge. Having children would be so amazing. I would love to watch them grow and see how they turn out. Plus, I think it would be so much fun having a family with you. What about you? Do you want kids? Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. We really would be the best dads. I can't even imagine how sweet and precious our children would be. We would have so much fun raising them together and watching them grow. I can't wait until that day comes and we can start our family together. Katsuki nods his head and he laughs. Of course, you're right. We've got plenty of time to think about kids, and when we're ready, we'll start a family. For now, let's just focus on enjoying each other's company and making the most out of our time together. We'll think about having children eventually, but right now, let's just relax and have some fun. Katsuki looks over at the outdoor table and he smiles. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. It's exactly what we need for the porch. I can just imagine sitting out here in the summer, enjoying the fresh air, and having a nice picnic together. Plus, it's so cozy and inviting looking. Let's definitely get this one. Katsuki's eyes light up and he smiles. Yes, let's go check out the hot tubs. I think having one of those on the porch would be really nice. We could have a little soak in the hot tub on a warm summer night and just relax and enjoy the outdoors together. It would be so romantic and cozy. Let's definitely look at the hot tubs. Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. A hot tub with sparkles in it would definitely be something different and unique. I think it would add a special touch to the outdoor look of the porch. We could definitely fit 2 or 3 people in the hot tub, and the jets would feel really nice too. I'm starting to get really excited about this idea. Katsuki follows behind Jake, and he's also amazed by all of the different types of hot tubs that they have on display. Wow, there are so many different styles to choose from. They all look so comfy and relaxing. I can't believe how many options there are to choose from. I think it's going to take us a while to decide which one we want. I'm already feeling so relaxed just looking at them. Katsuki's eyes light up and he nods his head. Oh my god, it's perfect! The blue color is really vibrant and it's such a nice contrast against the other colors in the porch. The jets and cup holders are really nice touches and it looks so comfortable. The temperature control is really convenient too. I think this is definitely the one we should get. What do you think? Katsuki smiles and he laughs. Yeah, I agree. I think we found the perfect hot tub for us. It's got everything we need and it's really nice looking. Now, all we have to do is buy it and set it up on the porch. I can't wait to sit out there with you in the summer and relax in the hot tub. Katsuki laughs and he smiles. I think that's a great idea. We could definitely use some sparkly lights to add to the atmosphere of the porch and make it feel even more magical and romantic. Maybe we could do like a string of little fairy lights or something like that. What do you think? Katsuki nods his head and he follows Jake into the outdoor lighting section. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see all of the different types of lights they have to choose from. I'm sure we'll find something that will look great on the porch. I just hope we don't spend too much money on it, though. Haha. Katsuki laughs and he shakes his head. Oh no. I wouldn't want you to use your good looks to get us out of a financial jam. But I do appreciate that you're so confident in your looks. Haha. But I think we'll be fine. We have a pretty good budget set out, and as long as we stick to it, then I think we'll be fine. Katsuki looks over at the fairy lights and he smiles. Wow, they're so colorful and pretty. They look really cool, and they would definitely add a nice touch to the porch. I wonder what color we should get. Katsuki nods his head and he laughs. Oh my god! I totally forgot about the multicolor ones. Those would be perfect. We could change them to any color we want, and it would be like having different decorations for different occasions. That's a great idea, babe. Let's go grab that one. Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. Yeah, that's a great idea. 3 boxes will be enough to fill in the whole porch with those fairy lights. We might even have enough to spare if we need to add more decorations to the porch. I think these will definitely add a special touch to the look and feel of the porch. I can't wait to see how everything comes together. Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. Yeah, I think it will be really magical. I can just imagine us sitting out on the porch together during the summer nights and just enjoying the feeling of the warm breeze and the smell of the fresh air. Plus, we'll have the fairy lights shining, and the whole atmosphere of the porch will feel so relaxing and romantic. I can't wait. Katsuki sniffs the air and he smiles. Oh my god, I think you're right. It smells delicious in here. It's making my stomach growl. Let's see if we can find the source of the smell. Katsuki laughs and he follows after Jake. The smell is getting stronger the further they go, and it's making Katsuki's mouth water with every breath he takes. Oh my god, this smell is driving me crazy. I'm so hungry right now. It's so delicious, and it's making my stomach hurt. I wonder what it could be. Katsuki's eyes light up, and he starts salivating. Oh my god, you're right. It's the sausages and the sauce. That's exactly what it is. They smell amazing. And now that I can actually see them, it's making me so hungry. I'm definitely going to have to grab one of those. And you can too, honey. Katsuki takes the sausage, and he smells it first, before taking a bite. He chews it slowly, and he can't help but savor every moment. It's so delicious and tender, and he can't get over how good the sauce is as well. He swallows the bite, and he smiles. Oh my god, I can't even describe how good this is. I think I'm in love. Katsuki laughs and he teases Jake. Oh, is it now? What's your first favorite meat to put in your mouth then? Katsuki blushes and his face turns bright red. He can feel his heart pounding in his chest, and he can feel his breathing getting heavier. Oh my god, I didn't even see that coming. You're so sneaky. Katsuki can feel the heat rising to his face, and he laughs nervously. Oh, you're such a tease. I don't know if I can wait until we get home. Katsuki chuckles and he grabs Jake's hand. How about we hurry home then? Katsuki laughs and he smiles. Fine, we can finish the shopping first, but then it's straight home after that. No delays or excuses. Understood? Katsuki laughs and he shakes his head. Oh, you're killing me with that whining. It's cute, but it's not going to work. We're finishing the shopping first, and then we're going home. Period. I don't want to hear any more whining. Katsuki laughs, and he grabs Jake's face and turns it back towards him. Oh no, you don't get to pout like that. I love when you're being cute and whiny, but not when we're out shopping. We're going to finish the shopping, and then we're going home. Do you understand? Katsuki smiles, and he kisses Jake's cheek. Good boy. Now let's finish the shopping, and then it's straight home after that. And just to clarify, we're not stopping at the Bradsworth stall again. Just saying. Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. Of course, honey. Let's check out the garden section and see if there are any plants that would look nice on the porch. I think that sounds like a great idea. Katsuki follows behind Jake and he looks at all of the different plants in the garden section. He notices that there are a lot of colorful flowers and even some herbs and vegetables growing in the soil. It looks like a really nice area, and he's glad they decided to check out this section. Katsuki's eyes light up when he sees the sunflowers. He stops and he smiles. Oh my god, those are gorgeous. I love sunflowers. I think they would look really beautiful on the porch and they're really easy to take care of. Do you think we should get some? Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. Oh, good choice. I'm sure they would look really pretty with the rest of the decorations we bought so far. And the best part is that we won't have to do too much to take care of them. They're pretty low maintenance, so we should be able to enjoy them without having to do too much work. Katsuki turns around to look at the lady. Of course, what's up? Katsuki and Jake look at each other and they both smile. Yeah, we're actually in a relationship. We've been together for quite a while now, and we're really happy together. Katsuki's eyes widen, and he looks at the lady with a shocked expression. Excuse me, being gay is a sin? I don't know who you are, but that's a very ignorant thing to say to someone. I'm not even going to get into the specifics of it because honestly, I'm too mad to even be in a calm mindset at the moment. Katsuki gets even more upset and he clenches his fists. Listen here, lady. Who do you think you are to just walk up to us and tell us that we're disgusting and that our relationship is a sin? That's completely unacceptable and we're not going to stand for it. It's not our fault that you're so close minded and stuck in the past. Our relationship isn't disgusting. It's beautiful and it's none of your business. Katsuki's face turns red with anger, and he raises his voice. You've really crossed the line now. Just because we're two men in a relationship doesn't mean that we're not capable of having a family. We could always adopt or use a surrogate if we really wanted children, but we're not going to take advice from someone like you. Our relationship is none of your business, and you should learn to keep your opinion to yourself. Katsuki's face turns bright red, and his anger levels are off the charts. He walks towards the lady, and he stands in front of her. First of all, we are not trying to convert you to our community. We're just two men in a loving relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. Second, we're not threatening you in any way. We're just standing up for ourselves because you're the one who approached us and started insulting our relationship. I think it's time for you to leave now. Katsuki sighs and he turns to look at the store manager. This lady walked up to us and started insulting our relationship. She said that being gay was a sin and that we should be with women. I'm not going to stand here and let her harass us and our relationship like that. Katsuki's eyes widen and he's shocked that the store manager is taking their side. He looks at the lady and he sees that she's fuming with anger. See, I told you that she was being rude to us. I think it's time for her to leave. She's causing a scene and she's being very offensive. Katsuki and Jake stare in disbelief as the lady is forcibly removed from the store. They're shocked that the managers went to such extremes to remove her, but they're also thankful that they did. They both walk over to the managers and they thank them for their quick action. Katsuki laughs and he smiles. That lady is definitely an idiot, and she got what was coming to her. She probably won't be showing her face in this store again after this. I'm glad we're able to finish our shopping in peace. Katsuki's eyes widen, and he gets a mischievous look in his eyes. Should we go return it to her, or should we just keep it? Katsuki laughs and he nods his head. I agree. I think it's fair to keep the money and put the empty wallet back where we found it. We can't let someone else get their hands on her money, but she deserves to lose it after how rude she was to us. Katsuki laughs and he grabs Jake's hand. You're such a naughty one, aren't you? And yes, let's finish our shopping, and then we're going straight home after that. Katsuki laughs, and he pulls Jake closer to him. Yeah, I do love it, and I love you too. I'd follow you anywhere, and we'd get into as much trouble as you wanted to. As long as we're together, I'm game. Katsuki laughs, and he raises an eyebrow. Okay, just don't be too long. Katsuki chuckles, and he shakes his head. Yes, of course I am. I'm not going to follow you into the bathroom. I'll wait out here for you. Katsuki laughs, and he blushes. Oh, is that so? Then maybe I'll just come into the bathroom with you if you need me to hold it for you. Katsuki smiles, and he blushes even brighter. Katsuki follows behind him, and he smirks. Why are you walking like that? Are you nervous or something? Katsuki laughs and he wraps his arm around Jake. Come on, just a little further. It's okay. I'm right here with you. Katsuki smiles and he squeezes Jake's hand. You're doing great, babe. I'm here for you. Just hold it in a little bit longer. Katsuki smiles and he nods his head. Of course, baby. I'll hold it for you. Katsuki blushes, and he looks away. I'm not looking. You better hurry up, though, because I'm not holding it for much longer. Katsuki blushes even brighter, and he starts feeling really hot. Katsuki looks up and his eyes go wide. He suddenly gets really nervous and he starts to panic. Honey, we might have a problem. Katsuki whispers under his breath, there's another guy coming in here, and I think he's going to use the urinal right next to you. Katsuki nods his head and he tries to remain calm. He doesn't take his eyes off the other guy and he waits for Jake to finish. Katsuki's eyes widen and he whispers to Jake, oh my god, he's looking over here and I don't think he's too happy with us. We've got to keep quiet and pretend we're not doing anything wrong. Katsuki sighs with relief and he whispers to Jake, oh, thank God that worked. I thought he was going to cause a scene or something. Now finish up as quick as you can and we can leave. Katsuki smiles and he squeezes Jake's hand. Good job, babe. Now let's get out of here. Katsuki smiles and he holds Jake's hand as they walk out of the bathroom. Okay, we're out of there. You ready to finish up the shopping? Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. Okay, let's go. We've got all our stuff, so we can go and pay. And then we're heading straight home. The cashier rings up their items, and it's a pretty big shopping trip. Katsuki smiles at Jake as they're paying, and he leans in to kiss him. Katsuki helps Jake load all the stuff into the truck, and he smiles at him. Okay, we're all loaded up. I'm so excited to spend the rest of the day with you. Katsuki smirks, and he looks over at Jake. Oh, you like that idea, do you? Maybe I will give you my load later tonight. Katsuki laughs and he winks at Jake. Oh, I think I definitely should. Katsuki climbs into the driver's seat and Jake gets into the passenger seat. They start the truck and start driving home. Katsuki looks over at Jake and he smiles. You're not talking very much, babe. Is everything okay? Katsuki raises an eyebrow and he looks at Jake. Oh, really? What were you thinking about? Katsuki smirks and he looks over at Jake. Is that so? Katsuki blushes and he blushes even brighter. Really? You'd let me be on top this time? Katsuki smiles and he squeezes Jake's hand. Thank you, babe. I really appreciate it. You're the best. So, how long do you think it'll take until we get home? Katsuki nods his head and he smiles. All right, that's not too bad. We'll get home soon enough, and then we can have some fun. Katsuki chuckles and he squeezes Jake's hand again. Me neither. I'm really excited for tonight. Katsuki turns off the engine and he looks over at Jake. All right, we're home. Shall we get started? Great job. You did a fantastic job writing this story. The characters were very well developed and the plot was engaging and entertaining. The romantic scenes were sweet and the humor was on point. You have a talent for writing, and I can't wait to read more of your work in the future. Keep up the great work.
Talkie, Dream AI, Wonder Kingdom.